Hello everyone, my name is Pinkulia, and welcome back to Escape from the Princess. Let's just jump right into it. Seeing that the witch has cheered up considerably, I head upstairs. I need to find Zara something from my closet. Digging inside, I try to find something more or less clean and suitable for my guest. I hope Zara gives it back later. It's not exactly like I have a lot of clothes on my own. Of my own. Although I wouldn't mind exchanging outfits with her, even though hers is dirty. It's not like I'll ever have the chance to wear something so stylish, much less something made in the Oriental fashion. It's sexier than what I would normally wear, but I think it fit me perfectly. While I rummage through the closet, I hear water splashing down in the kitchen. Zara must have found the water bucket. I snicker at the thought of such a refined witch needing to wash herself in such lowly conditions, as if she were a mere peasant. I finally find an old dress that had grown too tight in the chest area for me, but surely Zara would fit into it perfectly. Not everyone shares my phenomenal assets after all. No, she seems to have quite a bit of chest. However, it'll be a bit short on her considering how much taller she is than I, but she's clearly comfortable wearing revealing attire, so it shouldn't be a problem. I grab the dress and head down to the kitchen to see how Zara is faring with the tub water. But before I even reach the first floor. Man, I cannot read today. I don't know what's happening, but I cannot read today. I apologize. Oh my goodness. That's being censored unless it's being watched on Patreon, then it won't be censored. So everyone on Patreon can enjoy this lovely picture of Zara. And if you're watching this on YouTube, you should check out my Patreon so you can see uncensored videos. I realize that the witch has somehow able to fill and heat the tub with water. I do love all the bubbles are floating around. Their subtle animations are really nice. And now she's successfully taking a bath in the middle of my kitchen. Hey, how did you do that? I swear I was only gone for a few minutes. Zara looks at me lazily and continues to lather herself. Then I smell the sweet aroma of expensive soap. Does she always carry that with her? I move closer to confirm I'm not imagining things. No, I'm not. The tub is full of water and foam, and the witch is in it humming and splashing around. Hey, listen, can you scrub my bag? I can't reach it myself. The witch then pulls a fluffy washcloth out from the water and hands it to me. I automatically take it, but then quickly toss it back at the witch. Hey, this wasn't the deal. Stop being so perverted right now. How is she being perverted? Okay, this just is like bad writing, calling everything perverted. She just asked for a favor. She's just taking a bath. She was in your chimney and she's dirty and she can't reach her back. That's not being a pervert. Even if she's bi, that's still not being a pervert. This is just very bad writing for the developer's part to say everything's perverted. I'm not touching you, or what? Are you afraid you might like it? You wish. Trying to fight the urge to dunk my hands into the tub to make sure the water I'm seeing isn't a mirage, I turn away in disgust. So, how did you do it? Do what? The witch almost sings her words. She's obviously enjoying her bath. Well, I know for a fact that you didn't just walk outside to fetch the water, nor could you heat it so quickly. You haven't forgotten that I use magic, have you? I simply summoned hot water into the tub, that's all. You summoned it out of thin air? Not exactly. I bet you wouldn't understand. Piffed. Don't remind me how little I know about magic. Anyway, hurry and wash up. You seem far too relaxed right now. Aren't you at least a little embarrassed taking a bath in a stranger's house in front of another person? Why should I be? Besides, you made it perfectly clear that I have no other choice. That shameless brat. I'd die of humiliation if someone came into the room as I was washing myself. And she cares so little about it, even pretending like it's no big deal. I mean, to be fair, you have it in your kitchen and there's a window right there with no curtains, so like when you take a bath, people could just look in the window. What if she's making a pass at me? This isn't good. Pretty sure she's just washing herself, but okay. And yet I still have to share the same bed with her? Trying not to stare at the witch, I place a dress on the table and decide to go back up to my bedroom. I'll let her bathe in private. I should probably read some of the magic books I'd bought for my studies anyway. But before I could climb up the stairs, I hear a splash behind me and the sound of bare wet feet on the floor. Oh, since you're going upstairs, can you bring me a towel, please? Boo! What the hell are you doing? Something wrong? You're naked. Well, yes, I'm in the middle of a bath after all. You didn't bring me a towel, and I really don't want to put this, dress on while I'm wet. The witch picks up the dress I just brought her with her 2 fingers and examines it closely. She's probably not used to such simple and cheap things. And you couldn't have asked me for a towel while you were just sitting in the tub? Why should I? I usually have several maids assisting me while I bathe. Besides, we're both girls, why so embarrassed? Although you're oddly bashful in my presence, are you sure you're not really into girls? No! I'm not a pervert! Again! This doesn't make you a pervert if you're into girls. This is very bad writing. Okay, whatever you say. Towel, please. Still burning from embarrassment, I run up to my room to fetch a towel for the deprived witch. To think that I have a wet, naked girl walking around my house. Oh, if only my mother could see this. If that witch hadn't promised me that medallion, I sure as heck wouldn't be putting up with her being here. But I need to find a way to help Zara slip out of town so those guards won't accuse me of aiding a criminal. Ugh, my kindness will be the end of me. With a glimmer of hope, I gaze upon the pile of scrolls, magical tomes, various trinkets, and regents that I bought and bartered for. Assuming Zara isn't lying, I'll be able to use these soon. It'd be a real shame if I only used that magic wand which I paid a fortune for to shoo off stray dogs on the street. I begin thinking about the medallion again, and the astonished eyes of the committee members when I effortlessly pass all of their tests. Yes, having that witch in my bed would certainly be worth it for that alone. Grabbing a towel out of the closet, I head down. Entering the kitchen, I cover my eyes and hand the towel to Zara. She slowly dries herself off, then, with a heavy sigh, slips into my dress. After studying herself for a moment in the mirror, she nods. Are you sure this isn't a nightie? No, it's not. I often go to the market in that dress. Not that I need to mention the looks I've gotten while wearing that dress on the street. But whatever the case, I said it's a normal dress, and so it is. I toss an envious glance at my guest's covered attire, which she carefully hung on the back of a chair. It's okay. Once I'm a mage, I'll be able to afford final things for myself. I'm about to show Zara to the bedroom when my stomach growls loudly. Oh. This is so embarrassing. By the way... What? What's for lunch? Lunch? Are you kidding me? I can't remember the last time I had a normal lunch, and I certainly don't have anything for guests. It's humiliating not being able to offer my guest a cup of tea with cookies. Although, of course, this guest was uninvited. Are you sure you have nothing? What do you think? Look at me, I've lost so much weight. I look like a bag of bones. A bag of bones? Well, in my opinion, you're quite large in some areas. Well, yes, it is what it is. Oh, what are you saying? Spare me the snide comments. This isn't a princess's palace. What if I give you a few coins? What? Do you really think you can buy me with money? I'm not that kind of girl. Oh, God. Why do you only ever think about that? Now I'm starting to question who's the real pervert here. I was just going to give you some money so you can go to the market and buy us something to eat. Really? You're offering me money for food? Right now? That is what I said, isn't it? In my excitement over being able to buy some food and maybe even a few brownies, I nearly jump onto her neck. But I stop myself just in time. I'm a nice girl. Doing something like that just isn't in my nature. So, will you go to the market? Of course. I'll just be a minute. Good. The witch then pulls a pouch of coins from the folds of her clothing, counts a few, and hands them to me. No way. This is gold. Real gold. I've never had my hands on anything so precious. How many muffins can I buy with these? Uttering a brief thank you, I quickly run to the door. It's only when I'm halfway outside that I turn back to Zara and warn her about opening the door for anyone other than me. The witch rolls her eyes. The guards are still searching for me. Of course I'm not going to answer the door. Do you really think I want anyone to see me here? No longer listening to Zara, I hop over the threshold of my humble abode. For a moment, I worry about leaving the witch alone. But then remember that I have no money. And barely any clothes, and my books, scrolls, and magical artifacts are designed for mages in training. Zara wouldn't have any use for them. Happy with myself, I head to the market, which is literally only a few steps away. It's rather handy living so close to the main square. Everything, including the market, is only a short jaunt away. Though it's true that the Town Herald wakes me up every morning reading off news and announcements for the entire square to hear. Once I reach the fish, vegetable, and miscellaneous merchant shops, I notice a large number of guardsmen in the crowd. No doubt they're looking for my guest. Palming the coins in my hand, I give the guards a wide berth, fearing they might suspect something just by looking at me. Hey, there's a little wanted poster of her. That's pretty cool detail. But the guards look everywhere except at me. I'm almost offended. I'm a nice-looking girl, and they don't even notice. Although, it's probably for the best. Once I near the stall selling fresh pastries, I notice posters hanging here and there. Curious if they have anything to do with my chimney witch, I approach the stall for a closer look. And of course, I see her picture on them. The palace painters could have put a little more effort into it. Zara is much more attractive in real life. Especially when she's wearing her clothing, which almost completely exposes her boob. Indeed, her little jacket doesn't hide anything, and with a little push, it might... Yeah, no, this is definitely being perverted. Wait, what am I thinking? Since when have I been interested in anyone's boob but my own? Glancing back at the guards again, I begin to read the poster. Wanted. Zara Karanis, witch from Muratana. Distinguishing marks. Dark skin, dark hair, amber eyes. They forgot to mention how round and innocent they are. Magic type. Confidential. Confidential? Why is that? Wouldn't people have a better chance of recognizing her if they knew what they could expect of her magic? But if she's a necromancer, folks are afraid of necromancy, which is strictly forbidden in our kingdom. I wouldn't be surprised if they purposely hid the fact so as to not unnecessarily frighten the townsfolk. Although I personally believe that if you aren't living in a graveyard surrounded by the dead, you have nothing to fear from necromancers. After all, raising the dead is all their magic is capable of. If there aren't any dead bodies around, what harm could they be? But just to be safe, I'll keep a closer eye on my guest. Perhaps I've guessed wrong about her lack of necromantic abilities. There are 2 other types of forbidden magic that the authorities have yet to mention. And perhaps necromancy is the least harmful of the bunch. But the others are pretty rare. I'll go back to reading the poster. Ability status. Partially sealed by magic. Sealed? How can her magic be sealed if she can create water from nothing? But just as I'm taken aback by the poster's false information, I noticed the word partially. Well, of course. The witch can indeed use magic after all, and the seal likely only blocks harmful abilities. So maybe she really is a necromancer? Which would mean she's under a magic curse that's preventing her from raising the dead from their graves. But who could seal away her powers? Is there a mage strong enough for that among the guards? Now, if I were a mage, I personally wouldn't join the guard. I'd always figure it was only talentless blokes who joined their ranks. Ugh, losers. Although I remember hearing something about battle mages. But they usually have some ridiculous ability like turning into wolves or something. I want to become an elemental mage. That's a real power. Storms, hurricanes, torrential rains. Though I'd never been able to squeeze a single drop of water from a cloud. Well, it's okay. I have a bright future ahead of me. I'm sure of it. If you have any information on the whereabouts of this criminal, report it to the captain of the town's guard at once. Citizens caught aiding the criminal will be subject to long-term imprisonment. Should a citizen mage be caught aiding the criminal and unsealing her powers, they will be executed. What? Isn't that excessive? Execution for breaking the seal? Damn, I don't like the sound of that at all. I have a feeling Zara isn't exactly being honest with me about what she did. I need to try getting it out of her somehow. Use of harmful spells or physical force against the criminal is strictly prohibited. 2,000 gold coins will be awarded for the successful live capture of the criminal. 2,000 gold coins? That's a fortune, although the witch needs to be turned in alive for it. Maybe she wasn't lying about being the princess's lover, and that she now wants her back. And here I thought our princess was a decent girl. It seems she really does prefer female companionship. Glancing back at the reward amount on the poster, it seems the witch is the risky type. Breaking into a stranger's home when there's such a high price on her head, turning her in would be tempting to just about anyone. She's lucky she met me, though, someone who values magic over money. The guards certainly won't be getting anything from me, that's for sure. Well, that's some interesting information, but that is all the time I have. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.